Hi everyone, I'm here today with Ricky Windowiecki, owner of and CTO of the Ann Arbor T-shirt company and our client. Hi Ricky, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on here, Jacob.
Yeah, thanks a lot for actually doing this with us. We really appreciate the testimonials. So yeah, Ricky, I have a first question to you. If you could actually introduce yourself and your business.
Yeah. So, like you said, my name's Ricky Windowiecki. The company is the Ann Arbor T-shirt company. We do merchandise in general, but our sort of core business is selling novelty apparel on Amazon. And we've gotten pretty big into Amazon in terms of like relative size in our industry. We sell approximately 8,000 SKUs, and we sell 1 million units a year. And with all that in mind, with our volume and our industry of apparel, with having so many SKUs for every product, and then the fact that we manufacture this stuff ourselves, we found that like off the shelf sort of solutions don't work for us. Um,
Yeah.
and so we've started building our own ERP system, and that's what I do at the company is manage that system, manage that software, run a team that sort of builds those systems to operate for our very niche need.
I was about to actually ask you this in the next question, but you kind of started, right? I mean, as you mentioned, that there are a lot of different, pretty much ready SaaS solutions, right? But basically, I wanted to ask, right, like why, even though there are so many different tools, why did you decide to build something actually on your own, something custom?
Yeah. So the biggest challenge is interfacing with Amazon. And we've actually gone through multiple ERP onboardings and have learned that they don't actually understand Amazon. And it's really easy to work with Amazon if you are buying a tchotchke and selling it, or if you have a very limited SKU set, even just getting intel, right? So our intel on a shirt, it's not simply, hey, this shirt's selling well. It's this size of this shirt. And then understanding the reasoning, like right now, the Detroit Tigers just got eliminated from playoffs, but we have Detroit themed shirts that had a run along with the Tigers. And so having that kind of context is something that software that we've purchased has never, ever been able to
Yeah.
do. So getting the information in, getting the product out, and then making that interface with Amazon has never been good with anything we've ever looked at. And what all these uh, established players like to do is sell you on the idea that they know what they're doing. And then once you are financially in bed with them, just start charging you an arm and a leg. And what was sold to you as an out of the box feature that ends up costing you, $50,000.
Yeah.
And then it's half as good as if I had just built it from the ground up.
Exactly. No, I get you 100%. And yeah, it pretty much led us to you finding us and working together. And I'm really curious for your thought decision, like process, like yeah, what made our agency stood out, and why did you decide to actually work with us?
Yeah, so we learned about you at a trade show. My business partner goes to all the Amazon trade shows, and so he met somebody on your team, I believe in Seattle.
That
And
was Chris.
yeah, and so generally speaking, my business partner only likes working with people that he likes in general. We're not networkers for the sake of networking. We're not synergizing. We're not those kind of people. So I imagine that he actually hit it off with Chris as a start. So we have that information that you guys do seller API integration, and we had to migrate from MWS to seller API. So we started the conversation with somebody that we, from the bat enjoyed in person. And so, yeah, so that's how we met you guys. And then I was on the road at the time, and it was a super high priority for us to
Hmm.
make this integration work.
Oh yeah.
And so, I'm zooming in from buses and random counties and random parts of the country, and you guys were super accommodating. Then, like, background in tech, I'm not like a random guy who's going, oh, passwords got to be safe. Let me put a 9 at the
Oh yeah.
end. You guys used, I think, 1Password,
Well,
which
password.
I'm familiar with. So he takes the information seriously, talking to you guys. With having all these discussions with these ERP companies, it's very clear when somebody knows what they're talking about.
Oh
And
yeah.
so our need trying to get the privilege information from seller API You guys knew exactly what we were talking about, and that was our biggest challenge. So yeah, that's for me, that's what sold me.
That's
These
great.
people are personable. They're great to, you know, you don't want to avoid them at a trade show, and they know what they're talking about. And so that's the feeling I got when we started talking,
No,
and I was very happy with that.
that's really great to hear, and also for us, it's just that actually those trade shows are worth to go and yeah, talk to other people, and maybe somehow we will manage to work with someone like you. So that's really great to hear, actually. And yeah, then Ricky, I'm really curious also about the actual like working with us. Like, what are your thoughts? Like, how did you find the process of working with us?
Yeah, I another thing I learned from the ERP onboardings and consultants in general is it is good to have an understanding of where your scope needs to be so that you're not in the middle of a project and having it run long. And so I came to you guys with a very specific scope of what I'm trying to do. I'm looking for a proof of concept. Here's my tech stack. Here's, my credentials that you, like I said, mentioned, allowed me to share in the most secure way possible. And you said, here's what it would cost. Here's sort of the amount of hours that we're looking at for something like this. And when you finished a little bit early, a couple of weeks later, after working with the stuff hands-on, I needed to adjust that scope a little bit, and because we still have working hours, you guys didn't make a big deal of it. And so, yeah, I mean, that's as good as you can ask for with working with a consultant is, competency in what you're working with, transparency in how you're billing, and, just great communication. And so, like I said, you guys are really accommodating for me too. We were all over the world. I was all over the United States at the time, and making our meetings work was great. I had random times that I needed to be able to meet, and so it was nice to know that you guys were flexible with me.
Perfect. No, thanks a lot for the feedback, for this testimonial overall, Ricky. I really appreciate that. So yeah, that will be it for today.
So,
Thank you,
man, yeah,
Ricky.
and like this is all genuine. This isn't fodder for YouTube or whatever. It came off years of having bad experiences with these ERPs, their consultants,
Oh yeah,
let's see in general. So it was great. We gave you a thing. You returned a thing. We moved on with our lives. We high fived, and that's
oh
great.
yeah. I
Um,
really appreciate that.
yeah, we haven't had a need since. We aren't looking for other people if we ever do. So I'm sure we'll cross paths again in the future.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Yep,
Thank you,
have a great
Ricky.
day.